Hello, welcome back to Sabretooth at Nethemba, where we care about your security. Hack the Box Friday. Today we are medium Europa. Okay, so over 3,000 routes, maybe not too bad. Excuse me. Adventure mode and spawn machine. I've already created the last one we did was startup on Try Hack Me. I've already created the thing here for medium. And the directory, excuse me, here. So nmap T5, all ports, aggressive scam, and then whatever this is going to be. Generally, I usually have the machine running, but this time I thought I wouldn't. I'm not sure why. Full of cold, as you can tell. I'm always ill, aren't I? So let's open burp in case we need it. Nope. And let's open MSF. Oh, actually, this is now, I'm not sure what the IP is, but I think I've copied it, so that's fine. We will start this running here. 10.129.64.162. Not needed burp for a while, probably won't. Sometimes good to have it running. And then here we will do MSF console and get Metasploit running in case we need it. Okay, we're good. We look good. Well, you know what I mean. I don't look good, but setup looks good. That's fine. So let's take a look. That 1 minute 19 remaining. Wow. Okay. This might take a while. There's either a lot of services or things are still starting up. 41 seconds remaining. That's not too bad. It is going down at least. The worst one is when it starts, you know. After it's done the connect scan, it needs to do the service scan, so it might take a while depending on how many services, but we'll just keep this countdown going. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, service scan. And then we will see. So if it's done a third, it looks like there might be 3 ports open. If it does 33, 66, 99%, then 3 ports is what I'm guessing. Yeah, there we go. 1, 2. So there should be 3 ports here, I think. Let's have a look. We have 443, which is web. We've got 80. We've got 22. See? You can usually tell when it says, you know, percentage done. Obviously, if it said 25%, 50%, etc., there'd be 4 ports, and so on. So we have port 22 SSH. We have port 80. We normally try that. We didn't today for some reason. With a default Apache page, we have port 443 here, which is SSL. So it's HTTPS. We've got a certificate here, common name Europa Core HTTP, Europa Core Limited, admin portal Europa Core HTTP. Ha. Okay. Excuse me. Okay. So what I'm going to say here is we add this and this to etc hosts. In fact, I'm just going to copy that, save me having to type it out again. So sudo nano and our IP address according to this is 10.129.64.162. And we are adding these two. Oops, didn't mean to do that. To the host file there. We're obviously going to get rid of that. Good. So we will go to here first. We've got port 80 and port 443. So HTTP first. We've got the default Ubuntu page. We'll go to HTTPS. We've got a security risk because it's not a valid certificate. We'll accept it and continue. We're at the same page by the looks of it. We'll look for robots.txt. Doesn't exist. We'll try the HTTP version as well. We'll try robots.txt. We can assume that this, maybe assume that this is the same thing. So we will get GoBuster. We'll just do the small list for now and see what happens. With what, 20 threads, so it doesn't overload it. At least I hope it won't. Okay, right, so I'll leave that running. Whilst that's happening, we should visit the other one here. Nope, not Wikipedia. So again, this has got a default Ubuntu page. And there's no robots.txt, so we should be able to maybe do the same here. We'll do the same word list, because if we keep it, keep them doing the same ones, then we'll know where we're at if we have to change them, if that makes sense. $20 threads, off we go. So this one is 55% and there is nothing yet. This one 10% and there's not, well, nearly, and there's nothing yet. It might be just a case of waiting for these, and then of course if I don't find anything I may have to use bigger and bigger lists. I could also use dir search as well, actually. Well, as we've got this one open, we'll do this one first. As long as we do them both, I don't think it matters. Just use the default word list here. Okay. So there's nothing. There's nothing at all. 403 on all of these. Okay, so that's done. So I think what I'm going to do is use dir search on here as well. Hang on, there we go. We've not done that on here yet, have we? Then I can continue with bigger lists then, you see. So that's now running. This one is 70%, it's not found anything. This one is 60% and it's not found anything. That's interesting. Index.html, obviously, because index.html is this page. Apache 2. Now, the reason why dir search found this and GoBuster didn't is because GoBuster isn't searching for extensions like .html. dir search does things like that generally. So it doesn't look like it's going to find anything, does it? So that's finished as well. So we may have to use a bigger list, but let's wait for these to finish so that we can catch up. So that didn't find anything except the index page. This again has only found the index page so far. So I think I disabled, yeah, it's searching for .php and .html because I changed the default list, if you remember, and I can't remember how I did that actually, but I changed the default list of extensions. So I'm assuming this runs PHP code though, with it being Apache. So okay, so there's nothing here, there's nothing here. We may have to start using a bigger list. So I'm actually just going to go for the big list straight off instead of going to medium. We're just going to go big straight off and see what happens. Because this is going to take a bit of time, I'm going to stop the video and I'll be back once this list is done, or unless it finds something. So back soon. I'm back. I've just remembered that there's something else that I can be trying. This is only 5% through. There's something else that I can be trying. I could be doing the same as what I've just done. But instead of the HTTP site, I could use HTTPS on port 443 and just see if it makes any difference at all, which it might or it may not. So I just thought I'd let you know that I'm going to be doing this, and then I'm going to go again near enough straight off. But I just want to make sure that these are all running okay. That's 6%. This one is already 25% of the way there, and this one is 15% there. So what would happen if the brute force doesn't go anywhere? Well, my next step, what I would do if this doesn't work, is because we've got the main domain, domain, and this subdomain, I would do a brute force for different subdomains and see if there are any others, because if there's already one, there's likely going to be others, even though I think only one was shown in the only one was shown here, apart from www. But we don't deal with that. Oh, look at this. We've got dashboard.php. We've got db.php, database. So on the HTTP site, it's got nothing for the original. So far, it's got nothing for the original domain. But on the admin, we've got db.php, but that's empty. Then we have these redirects to login. They all go to login.php. And we've got logs here as well, which looks quite nice. Let's take a look at the logs. Make sure that HTTPS is the way forward. And obviously accept the risk. Don't have permission to access logs. Okay, that's fine. But we have login.php, so we'll check that as well. Thankfully, I didn't have to stop the video again. Brilliant. There we go. I'm not sure what that is from. It must have been from something I tried a while ago. Good. So tools.php is another one which redirects to login. So it looks like a lot of these pages exist, but because we're not logged in, obviously it's not doing anything. Let's just wait for that to get to 100, and then I can copy it for my my notes. You see. Good. HTTPS. Well, I'll just put SSL site has. Finding has directories. Has dear search results. How's that? Okay, so we've got login.php, and I'm not sure what to do about any email address here. So I'll just throw whatever in. That's how I got over that right, whatever it was. So we're just going to do that. That doesn't seem to do anything. Let's go into burp. Still got this Joker one. I should really delete that. Go away. So proxy intercept, and then we're going to send that. No, go away. I don't want Mozilla at all. Right, hang on a minute. It doesn't seem to be interesting. It doesn't actually seem to be doing anything through burp. Why is that? Why is that? Let's have a look at the source code and see what we have. Yes, just a regular post request, I guess. I wonder if it's because of the SSL certificate. Do I have the, hang on, let's go to HTTP burp. So if you're dealing with SSL and it's having certificate issues, then you can download this CA certificate here. I'll put it on my desktop. And you can import it into settings. So we just look for certificates here. And we should find it down the bottom, view certificates. And then we should be able to import from desktop here. So it's already installed. So that's not the issue. So that's interesting. I kind of wonder what's going on. So I can control Shift F5 to reload the page. Yeah, so for some reason it's really not actually, maybe it's because it's not an email address. Let's try that. Right, that's more like it, because now it's asking to save a password. Interesting. Okay, so we'll try that.com. So it's a client-side issue, basically. I'm not matching the correct, I'm not matching the correct format. So if we send this again, it may appear in here. Yeah, there it is, admin portal. Right. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to add this to scope, and we're going to avoid collecting any of this stuff because that's not important. We'll actually remove this. So now the only things it's going to be grabbing is from this site, and you can see we've got our post request to login. We'll send one of them to the repeater, and we can go through this. Now if we don't put in a email address here, it does allow it now because we've bypassed the client side. This is going straight to the server side. So what we could do is just like that or 1 = 1 and just try some SQL injection. That doesn't seem to have done anything. So we can put in an email address again and then put in a few of these and just see if that messes with the SQL injection. Yeah, exactly. So as it happens, we do have SQL injection here, but it needed the right format as well. Okay. I was thinking that wasn't going to work. I was going to have to go to the intruder and then do some fuzzing or something, but as it happened, that might actually be the way forward. Why do I keep doing that? Go away. That's the one I'm after. Okay. So we're going to login.php, and then of course we get this here. So we have some SQL injection. We honestly could use SQL map. We could use SQL map. But we could do this. Make sure there's an email address in there first. What's this done? Anything? No, it's done absolutely nothing. Or we could just try closing the comment. That's done nothing either. Interesting. We've got JS admin 2.js. Okay, so what we're going to do is send this to the we're going to send this to SQL map in that case. So nano post 1 dot text, paste in, save, exit, and then SQL map. I'm not going to give it anything like risk and level. I'm just going to try it straight off with post 1 and just see what that does. Okay, so page not found 404. What's happened? What have we done? What's wrong? Login.php. Maybe it's because it's HTTPS perhaps. Okay. Because it looks like it's trying to run this maybe with HTTP. Page not found. I could also put no here when it says you want to quit and just see what it says. Because if it's not found the page, there's no way it can inject. No way it can inject it, right? So let's do SQL map and see if we can look and force SSL here. I shouldn't have to, surely. But who knows? I wonder if we can use it with the U flag URL. Yeah, I'm not entirely sure, so we're going to do HH and have a look at the full list of options. Because generally, port 80 is closed when I'm pen testing. You know, if it isn't, then there's a serious problem. There's a serious problem with my customer. I'm not seeing it here, guys. I mean, there might be something to do with port. I wasn't looking for port. I was looking for, yeah, P is test parameter. So I'm going to do this again, but I'm actually going to grep SSL. Force SSL, there it is. I must have gone past it twice. So there we go. So I used the search, the grep, and found it. So if I do that with force SSL, and we'll see what happens here. And this time, it's absolutely found something, right? Okay, so that's a new one for me. I've not had to use that before. There we go. Life is good. Now that I know that it's kind of working, I'm actually just going to give it 10 threads just to speed it up. I'll give it a batch as well, so I don't have to answer all these questions. Oh man. Well, it's still taking a while. So where was it in the help? Where did I miss it? Force SSL. Forms, fresh quarters. File right, common tables. Where was it? There it is. Okay, so it was in there, but I was looking for SSL, I was looking for TLS, and I wasn't looking for the word force. So, you know. Got a 302 redirect to dashboard. Oh, it's managed to log in. That's cool. Wow, okay. Nice. Interesting. Okay, and it's found it. That's great. That's exactly what we need. It's actually found time-based, error-based, and Boolean-based. So, stew. So there's three different ways of getting into this, which is good. We're going to throw that in there, and then we can literally just dump the table. Normally I go, I will just put DBS. So we've got information schema and admin. So I'm going to use the database admin and then get tables, all the tables in this database. There's just the users table. So I'm now going to do capital T for table users, and then we can literally dump everything in this table. And now it's running a password attack on this hash here. So we've got John and administrator. We've got 2 users here. It's not cracked the password as far as I can tell. No clear passwords. Okay, that's fine. That's fine. I don't mind that. Great. So we will copy that as well. We've got 2 users, but they both use the same password. That's exactly the same hash twice. Let's throw this into correct station. Not found. Okay, so it's not found this at all. So if we've got 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 32 characters, that probably means it's MD5. Probably means it's MD5. So at this point, we're going to nano hash.text. And then we can hashcat. I'm not giving it a word list. I just want to see what happens. Please specify the hash mode. Okay, so it's got 0 for MD5. So we will put that in here. My mistake. So it's just running against its default brute force. I could give it a word list. I should probably give it rock you or something. I might actually do that. In fact, I might actually do that in a different tab. Hope it doesn't cripple things. Although it's probably slowing my cam down right now. Anyway, we'll wait for this backend runtime thing to initialize, and then we'll just see how it does. In the meantime, I wonder if there's anything I can do here to actually get into the backend. Oh, wow. Okay, so if I put in... Okay, this is what the query is doing. Let me type it down here. Select username, password. Or select, yeah, okay. From users where username equals whatever we input here. Or and password equals whatever we input here, right? That's the query. So in me putting in this, what actually happens is that goes in the username input. So if the username is this and then it's closed, and that's it. Select where the username is. Hang on, that doesn't make sense. That shouldn't let me in. Guys, if anyone can figure out what's happening here and let me know, that'd be great. I can't figure out why that would work. I don't understand why that would actually work at all, in fact. I'm just looking at it again. Password users where username is okay. That's interesting. Anyway, it's somehow let me into the dashboard. But what this username doesn't exist. I need to try this. I need to figure out exactly what's just happened. I've got to try this. So what I'm going to do is, hang on, how's this doing? It's aborted. It's not actually cracked it. Okay. Aborted. That's strange. It's normally exhausted. Right. This is intriguing me now. So we're going to do whatever. Right. It's going to go here. It's going to get caught here. I'm then going to put in what I did a second ago, which is this, and then let it fly. And it's let me in as, what user am I? Seriously, what user am I? I don't understand. What is my user? Dashboard, tools. Huh. Read all messages, see all tasks. New comment. Can I comment on things? I want to know what user I am if it's just let me in as this random email address that doesn't exist. How weird. Anyway, whatever, somehow that let us in, and I'm not going to even pretend to know why that worked. Okay, this somehow allows access. Fine. Whilst we're at it, let's actually see if we can just crack this as well. I wonder why that was aborted. No password candidates received. Got you. So we're going to do a word list, which is tools wordless rockq.text. Value must be a number. Specified parameter. I thought W was word list. Word list auto hex disable. What are you on about? What do I understand? I don't understand what's just happened. Right, so it goes after without the W flag. That makes more sense. That's probably why it's been a problem. So if I do this again and get rid of the W flag altogether, that makes more sense. Right. Okay, let's see if that password can be cracked. What's just happened? Exhausted. Well, I don't know. It couldn't have got through RockU. It couldn't have got through RockU that quick. So unless we do it from home, sabretooth, desktop, streaming tools, wordless, sabretooth at Nethemba. Unless we do that. Okay, I don't understand what's happening. This whole box is just confusing as hell to me. Right, whatever. I'm taking the win. We're in somehow. We go to tools, and oh man, we've got a open VPN config generator. Generate. Right. New config. Oh, we can put in an IP address. Okay, 123.456.7.8.9.0. Not a valid IP, but that's okay. generates, and that puts that in the remote address here. Okay, so try that. Yeah, and it's done the strike through. I mean, prime candidate for XSS. Not that it's going to be useful. Okay, fine. So interesting. We have an open VPN generator. Okay. I just thought maybe I should use John the Ripper on this. Tools, wordless, rocku.txt. Okay, and it seems to have again, because it's that long, it has a lot of format raw MD5. Make sure that it's MD5 that it's dealing with. Let's try that. Emerald, question mark, you sure? It can't be emerald. Because if it was emerald, it would have definitely appeared in the other list. I'm so confused with this box. It's like very interesting. Right, stop getting sidetracked. With this file, let's just continue. We're going to route it regardless. We're going to generate. Hang on a minute. I probably should put something in here. Test. And then run it. So the first one we will forward. Yes, okay. Uh, 10, 10, 10, 10. How's that? Right, let's send this to the repeater and see what we've got. Wow, okay, there's, oh my god, there's a lot of stuff. So the pattern is /IP address /. That looks like rejects, regular expressions. IP address is here. Text, oh, that's all the text that it puts in the document. Okay, that makes sense. That's basically all this stuff here. So it looks like we put in the IP address here, and then the IP address appears. I see. Okay. Okay. So it looks like it's using regex. PHP regex. What would it use for replacing the words IP address with an IP address? It would probably use ereg, or even preg. It could be preg replace. That's generally the way it's done, I suppose. Preg replace, I think. Let's look this up. Preg replace. Weakness. Let's see what we can find. It's an obsolete. Yeah, okay. I think it's EREG now. That's also deprecated. Okay. Perform attacks on the server or to access sensitive information. The question is how, you know. Executable regular expression. Oh. Okay. Let's take a look. The product uses a regular expression that contains an executable component. The regular expression feature in some languages allows inputs to be quoted or escaped before insertion. executable regular expression in PHP by inserting E modifier, which I think is like execute or evaluate, sorry, into the first argument. Okay, I think I've got the idea. So the request for this looks as follows. It likely uses preg replace for the IP address. So let's throw this out here, and then this part here. We'll get all the references here. Executable by inserting E, uses the E modifier, username field with an E executable modifier. So all of them are saying use this E tag. Oh, that's like quite pretty, isn't it? I think I might leave that. I generally don't. We can, well, let's try it first. I was going to say we can therefore replace this with /E. So we've got /IP address /E, and then whatever we want to do here, system ls. Should we try that? Okay, we've got a file listing. Wow. Okay. Nice. Okay, we can therefore replace the first parameter values with this and get some sort of result here. This is good. I'm liking very much. So we can also see what else is here. We've got dashboard.php, tools.php, logs, logout, db.php, and so on, and data and all this stuff, right? Obviously, we'll want to do things like who am I, etc. www data. But as well as that, we can also do a reverse shell. Just for fun, should we try a wget to see if we can grab C99 or something, just to get a web shell uploaded, which we can just go to and revisit as much as we want? I think that sounds like a good plan. So we will go to cd shells. Yeah, that'll do. And then sudo python mhttp server port 80. So we've got a server running in, that was wrong. We've got a server running in this directory, that was wrong as well. We also need our own IP address, which is here. So what we can basically try now is go away. What are you doing? Blimey. wget okay. wget http. I'm not sure if we're allowed spaces here, but we'll figure it out in a second. c99.php. We'll just see if that works. I'm not sure if it will with the space. But what we can do is check our log. Oh. Processing of request. Error. Why is that? It could be because of that space. So I think what I'm going to do is use plus for space. And if it doesn't like that, I'm going to use the if separator thing. We'll try that. What do you mean unpinned? I don't want to unpin it. Go away. There we go. So we'll just try, excuse me, try it once more with this. Yeah, not good. Not good. And so we'll try it once more with dollar curlies, and then what is it? IFS. I think that's right. I think that's right. Yeah, and still a problem. So we're not able to upload here. So maybe instead we should just try running a reverse shell. Okay, so let's just do our thing here. Let's just do our thing. We're going to go into hack resource and reverse shell. Which one generally works the best? I normally use this one, but we can use any, I suppose. We will do NC LBP 1 2 3 4. We need to throw this into here. What do you go away? Again, it could be because of the spaces or whatever. Maybe not. We'll soon find out. And then we get our IP again, which is here. Internal server error, so that didn't work at all. Okay, so again, it's probably the spaces that are a problem. I'm not sure if I can just put pluses and be done with it, or whether I need to do #20, or whether I can maybe do the whole what was I about to say? Do the whole thing with, come on, get with it. Sorry, just bear with. Let's try that. It's got an and in there. It's not going to like that, because that looks like it's going to be the end. The and is what's breaking it. I see. Because that's a different, right. So I might have to URL encode this, is what I was trying to say earlier. Let's try that. Let's try that. Let's URL encode the full thing. So we're going to get you here. We're going to put this in here. We're going to take the whole lot. We're going to URL encode it here. And then the whole thing, we can maybe, I'm not saying this is going to work, definitely, but we can maybe put that here. Okay, we've got a shell. That's it. That's fantastic. Wow. We got there in the end. We got there in the end. Okay, we URL encode. See, I could have actually probably uploaded C99 then, if that was the case. Okay, and that's the whole thing. We got there. Wow. And who am I? www data. Perfect. Perfect. We are doing quite nicely. It's taking time, but we're doing quite nicely. Right, where to? Do I have any brute forces running or anything which I could just kill? Looks like my camera was lagging a little bit then, but I think we're all right actually. Nice. So this is where we're at. Let's back up one. Dashboard, data DB, admin, CMD, cron jobs, HTML. cron jobs. Okay. 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 Well, let's copy all this. It looks like something in cron jobs. I probably should run PSPy just to make sure that there is actually something in cron jobs running. So I think that's probably a plan. As much as there's a cron job file here, which looks like it's going to, what's it going to do? It's going to set this file to the access log, and then put the contents of the file. Then it's going to run logs clear.sh. Okay, I think we should go into temp, and I think we should grab. I think we should grab that. Okay, cd privask scripts, and then once again sudo python 3 http server port 80 and our IP address is here. So I'd just like to make sure that it is actually running this as a cron job. Okay, so wget. Meh, I don't know if I need HTTP or not, but we'll soon find out. PSPy, I'm not sure if it's 32 or 64-bit. I did not check. It is 64-bit. We got lucky there. I chose the right one. Well, I don't need to show how I've done this. I do it the same way every time. Change the mode of that to be executable. And then finally, what we're doing, timeouts, 2 minutes, and then PSPy 64. Great. By the way, since I changed my recording codec, the camera's not actually messed up. I'm probably jinxing it by saying this, but I'm actually quite happy with this. I should get a new external webcam, actually. I've just been paid, so I can get a really, really decent one. I think the quality of this one is okay, especially because my background's blurred. It's not really going to make that much of a difference anyway. As long as you can see the screen okay and what I'm doing okay, then that's fine. My earlier videos I did in 720p. These are in 1080. Now look at this. I'm not yet going up to 4K or anything. There's no real point. As long as you can see what I'm doing, it's fine. So it is actually running clear logs, just as I thought, as root UID. Okay. Okay. We can confirm that root does, oh well, this cron job exists and is run as root. In brackets PSPy. PSPy, or whatever it's called. PSP. So after 2 minutes, this should die without me losing my shell. So now we just need to analyze what this actually does. So let's take a look. We've just done that. The access log, var www admin logs access log, and then it executes var. Okay, so let's see what's inside this shell script here. Actually, first, can I actually change clear logs? Because if I can, life is great. Oh, it's run again. So within 2 minutes, it's run twice. Yeah, 28 minutes and 1 second, 29 minutes and 1 second. So it runs on the minute every minute by the looks of it. And now it's terminated. Good. So let's LSL. No, that's not right. Let's go back here. LSL. Okay, ClearLogs is owned by root. There is no way I'm going to be able to edit this as the www data user at all. I can execute it and read it, but I cannot write it or overwrite it. So the other thing I'm looking at is within this file, it also runs, it's chained together. It also runs this. So what I'm going to do is lsl again on this file and see what it is. No file or directory. What? Does it not even exist? Well, let's at least go here. Ha! Nice. So this doesn't exist at all. Okay. What am I doing? There we go. In the bold line above, this file does not exist. Ha. Can we create it is the next thing. Can we create it? So echo moo, or who am I, into the, oh, it looks like we can create it. Nice. Okay. But we can create it. Do you know what? It's now up to us. How do we do this? What we did last time on Try Hack Me, when we had this sort of thing, is hang on, which one did we do? Startup we did last. In this last one, we decided to do a reverse shell. We just basically we put this code into the thing that was run. So we've done that. As well as that, we have 5 times inserted our own root user into etc password. Does that as well. Let's try something totally different. So let's look up how to do this, because it's not something I've really done before. We've also in the past added our user to sudo as with no password, so it was able to run everything just using sudo. But let's put assign sticky bit. I need to change this back to Google. It's annoying in the wrong direction now. Assign sticky bit. You can assign the sticky bit using the chmod command. So you could do chmod 1777 path to directory. So we could try this. So what if we did echo and we're going to do this on bin bash and then put that into here, right? So it's going to echo this command into here. Now if I do lsl bin bash, you'll see that it's rwxr right? What is it I've just done? I just need to find, there we go. We assign sticky bits. What the sticky bit is, it's SUID, SUID. We've used this many times using limpies, finding things which have SUID rights, and then we go on to like GTFO bins and we're able to exploit it that way. Bit to bin bash and store the command in the file which the cron job runs. If we do this again, by the way, lsl bin bash, we've still not got the sticky bit there. I thought we might have done by now. And I could be doing this wrong. Because I didn't put in the bin bash shebang at the top, did I? So I probably should. But I'm just going to keep running this for a while because I know it takes a minute to run. So maybe I'm doing this entirely wrong. It must have been a minute since this ran. So there's no sticky bit actually there. So what if I copy bin bash to temp test? What about that, right? We'll copy the binary, because I might not, I mean, it should have rights to change that, but we'll copy the binary to temp test. And then we'll run this again on our copy, right? I'm just trying something different. If this doesn't work, it doesn't work for whatever reason. It's something that I can look into, because it's the first time I tried this. Just figured it's a good time to try something new, you know? Yep, still not. So we'll try this again with chmod 1777 temp test. And maybe it's because we didn't set the mode. We didn't set the mode. We didn't make it executable. We have to make it executable. That's what went wrong. Okay. Okay, well, that's fine. Let's just do this. See, mistakes. So we copy bin bash to temp test and do that, right? Brilliant. So hopefully, if I now do lsl in temp test, it's got the T flag. That's not sticky bit. I must have done something really wrong there. Yeah, maybe I did something wrong with this. Maybe chmod 1777 is not correct. Oh, the T adds the sticky bit without changing other permissions, whilst the octal sets the sticky bit along with other permissions. So really, rather than doing just the sticky bit, I need to change the set UID and yeah, UID and GID. That's what I need to do. I basically, at least it shows that what we're doing is right. We're just set UID. Yeah, so we could like basically do this. Let's try this. Let's try this. This should work. Okay. So lsl temp test. I need to wait for it to run, obviously. That's not right. That's what I meant to do. Yeah, we've got it here now. We've got this S flag here. So I should just be able to do temp test. That still didn't work. Maybe that doesn't work as www data. Right, okay. In that case, I kind of give up on this idea. I'm going to give up on this idea. Wasted a bit of time there. So let's just do a reverse shell, because why not? I do try these things. Sometimes they work, sometimes they don't. You can't win them all. So that's fine. That's fine. We are going to, we know this works, right? We've done this before. Probably. We've already used that once. We could do a Python. Could do a Python shell. Do you know what? I'm bored. I'm literally just going to add root 2 to whatever etc passwords. Okay. Password is moo. Okay, so we're just going to add that. The problem is with this, if you do this, then what's going on? We need to echo twice, right? We need to echo this whole line into the that should do it. That should do it. So we're going to cat etc password. Yeah. And wait for this to run. It's worthwhile trying things. It doesn't always work. Just keep that going. Eventually we should get root 2. There it is. Root 2 appears. So we're going to su root 2. It won't let me do it because it must be run from a terminal. Python, I assume Python exists. It normally does. It doesn't. Interesting. Python 3. Okay, so Python 3 command import pty, and then from pty spawn, and then we're going to get bin, we're going to get bash. Are we good? There we go. And then su root 2, password is moo. Who am I? Oh, it's doing this again, is it? Who am I? Root. Right, we got there. Whatever. Whatever. A little bit annoyed that that other one didn't work, but you can't win them all. So we're going to go into the home directory, and we're going to go into John. Yeah, cat user.text, and then cat root.text. Yeah, tis what tis. Not complaining. I got the root in the end. I was just trying things. Cool. Nice. Let's go back here then. User flag, literally there. Root flag, literally there. So user difficulty rating on this. This involved the, yeah, if you don't know about rejects, it's going to be a bit tricky. I'm going to put not too easy. But this was really simple. It's just a cron. Just a cron job, which it just didn't exist. Very easy. You are player 3190 to a pawn. Okay. To a pwned. Okay, that's it. Nice. Thank you so much for joining me. Appreciate all your support. I've had a couple of users actually unsubscribe lately, but whether those are bots which YouTube are flagging. So in order to make up for that, I need a few more people to subscribe. If you would, that'd be great. And please visit Nethemba.com for all your pen testing needs. Thank you so much, and goodbye.